Now I'm going to start a new project. We have 4 more to go, and then we're done with the whole album. What about a flag that's like blowing in the wind or something like that? And it has like maybe like a sea of other flags. And the sea of other flags are like ripping apart and like falling, like getting blown away or something like that. You know, or like maybe some are on fire or something. I'm not sure yet, but trying to think like logistically too, like what I ought to do. But right now my strongest idea is the flag. It's like with a flag. Like what if I guess we could just start with a flag and then just kind of like build off of that. That might work. All right, we got our cylinder here. Okay, and then we're gonna need a cloth. If I just say subdivide and go boom, 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 boom. These right here and these. Let's set a vertex group and we're gonna call it pins. Assign. There we go. Okay, shade smooth. I'm not very good with cloth, so this is gonna be good practice for me. Okay, let's add some wind. Let's turn off the strength. Okay, that's cool. Let's run this through an armature. Armature deform with automatic weights. That should be a good start. We're gonna go to viewport display. We're gonna make this an envelope and make it red. We're gonna go here to go to pose mode. We're gonna add a bone constraint, inverse kinematics, and we're gonna do it to this bone right here. I think that's what we wanted-ish, kind of. Okay. And now when I do this, yeah, okay. That's cool, but we need the influence. We need to expand the influence of these hooks. So if I go like this, it only pulls those vertices and it doesn't use the hook modifier's fall off radius plus type after assigning a broader set of vertices. This creates distance-based influence that decreases further from the hook center. So select the cloche meth. Okay, hang on. Assign. Oh, hang on. There we go. That has way more influence. That's really good. That looks really good. At least a lot better. We're improving it. We're definitely improving it. Okay, I think I need to go back to my pin group and go to weight. Aha. Okay, hang on. Let's loosen this up. But now I can go like this. And that looks pretty cool. We need to do one more thing here. Let's go back to our hooks. Let's go like this. Remove. Remove. Yeah, let's see if that works. That's much better. Yeah, that's a good rate. Feels nice and storm-like. Yeah. That's really cool. That looks really good. Cool, we got a cool flag. I think I want to run this through a solidify. Just to give it a little bit of thickness here. All right, what should we do? Okay, that is the more subtle look that I was looking for. So we'll just rename this ground detail like this. Yeah, I like that a lot. And now I can... This is my ground detail, which looks really, really cool. All right, let's add another plane here. Let's get our skull. Let's go get our skull. Let's also get our sword. Let's get the texture of the flag on there. That mapped nearly perfectly. Let's run this through a multiply. We need to add a diffuse shader to RGB, and we need a color ramp. Plug the alpha into the factor, plug the color into A. There, now we have like a nice cell shaded effect over it. Looks really cool. Let's start with let's do our cloud effect that we did like with Tony's project. We'll make those kind of clouds. All right, now we need basically a whole thing of clouds up above. So let's add another meta ball. Now let's say object transform, randomize transform. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab all these, convert to mesh, cursor to selected, add another empty. Click this. All right, we're gonna add a displace object cloud coordinate. Okay, that's pretty cool. I mean, these are just preliminary lights, but you know, for just a couple of hours of work, we got kind of a working scene here that we can just start to build off of, you know. But we have to add lots of weather effects. We're gonna do lots of cool looking weather effects. I have a feeling geometry nodes are going to be involved. We also have to add, I think, more flags that are like destroyed. It's going to be cool. It's going to be so sick. So I'll see you later. Okay, we need to turn these things down a bit. Okay, and now we need I guess like a ground light. Okay, let's light link this. And now when we turn up the light, it'll only illuminate the flag. Let's make it like either a deep blue or a deep purple. Yes, much better. It just takes some time and you get some pretty cool lighting. All right, let's give the ground a material. Let's see what we can do. Thinking like a Voronoi. Yeah, a bump map is nice. That looks really nice. Let's go to our sand here, and then we're gonna modify it. Okay, we need some sort of global illumination. Okay, I guess we'll just make another light. Let's see if we can get our sand to look a little bit glittery. We need a Voronoi. Scale it way up. Distance to edge. Okay, we need a texture coordinate. Let's run it through a map. Okay, and so we're gonna go to the emission here, and we're gonna plug this into color like that. I see it. I see it. Cool. We got like sandy sparkles. Okay, we need to increase the speed of the cloud coordinate. We're starting to get some weather effects. We need some sort of lightning generation. I think we're gonna get our lightning kind of in a similar way that we got our vines. We're gonna build geometry nodes, probably. I think that's gonna be the way that is gonna work. We can just spotlight this area just a little bit like that. Kind of like a soft brown is nice. I could say 0 emission, and then you can hardly see the clouds at all. But I turned up the emission so you can kind of see the clouds a little bit. But this is also kind of cool too, where it's like a lot of it is just implied. You might want to run with that. Let's run with that, and then see if we can get our lightning plugged in. All right, we need a curve. We basically just need a straight line. Okay, we have this path here. Okay, and then we're gonna need to make this a lot bigger, because if we want the lightning to be touching the ground, it needs to be all the way up here like this. Let's add a geometry nodes. Okay, we're gonna apply a curve to mesh. Okay, we need a curve circle, and then we're gonna plug the curve into the profile curve. There we go. And we got to turn the radius down by a lot, probably a set curve radius. Yeah, and we're gonna plug that through here. Okay, let's frame this. Okay, we're gonna run this through a set position, and then we need a noise texture, and then we gotta plug the color into the offset. There we go. So I added a resample curve. All right, we need to add a spline parameter like right here, and we need to do a capture attribute right here. We're gonna run this through the resample right there. That's plugged into here. This is plugged into here. Let's duplicate this, change this to multiply like that. Factor plugs into here like that. Trim curve. There we go. And let's plug that in, and then boom. There you go. So you're like, what? Okay, let's see here. We need to add instance on points, join the geometry. So what we're doing is we made our curve, and then we have to make a bunch of additional curves that come out of that curve. And we're doing that with just math, basically. So we need a curve tangent, align Euler to vector, plug that into the vector here, and then plug this into the rotation. We want to pivot off the Z, I think, but then we have to add a rotate Euler. The length does not need to be 20 meters. Let's make it like 5. Okay, we're going to do some advanced math. All right. Combine X, Y, Z, plug this into the vector, and then the Y needs to be pi divided by 2. Cool. I had to switch to local. Now we have to add a white noise. We're going to plug that into the Z, resample curve, run this through here, and then we need to realize instances like that. There we go. Oh, sick. That's so sick. Okay, and then we're going to take this value right here and plug this into the length. Oh, this is getting so complicated. This is crazy. I think this is like really cool. Okay, the other thing I need to do is we might have to separately do this. Like on every lightning strike, I need there to be like a flash of light that's paired with it. We'll make like a bunch of lightning, or we'll make one, and then we can duplicate it and just have it go through like a cycle of like flashes. Okay, so right there we need let's go to our node here. And we're gonna animate this right here. Let's go to our graph editor here. Where is it? It's right there. Okay. So this is our end right here, and I guess let's start with a 2-frame long from 0, boom, like that. And we also want it to be set to vector, like that. And then maybe it can hold for like maybe 2 frames. Let's go back to our geometry nodes. We should plug in the start right here. Boom. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then bring up the start like that. Took a while to get it dialed in, but we got it. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I like it. I like how quickly it goes. And then it disappears. We might want to bump this to like right here. Yeah. So when it does this, let's go to our rendered here. And then we're going to add a point light. Now we need to bring it down. We have to boost the heck out of it. Okay, we need the color to be like a blue-ish. We're going to have to adjust the light for each one, but that's fine. Yeah, we're going to have to animate the exposure. So let's hit animate on this property here. Let's grab the lightning and this so we can see everything. And by the time it gets here, it's gone. 0. Oh, that's so sick. That's so sick. Okay. That looks so neat. So good, dude. Oh, that's so sick. Ooh, you know what else I should do before I get too lost in this? Is I should animate the light to travel down. Yeah. So we're gonna animate the position of the light. Sick. Okay, cool. We need at least 2 more. At least. Don't worry about my flag. It'll fix itself. Hang on. It would be kind of cool if these swords were chipped. Boolean. Apply. Boolean. Apply. 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 That's sick. Oh, that's so sick. Let's add, I think these should have like red scarfy tassels. It's like ribbons, basically. See, these are the kind of nice details that are just gonna add really lovely effects to everything. Let's destroy these a little bit. All right, let's see if we can get rain effects. Particles, add, force field settings, field weights. Ignore the wind. There we go. There. Let's do an icosphere here. We're gonna decimate it. It needs to be like really, really minimal. Apply. There we go. Okay, shade smooth. Let's change it to glass DSCF like that. And roughness needs to go way down to like maybe here or so. Raindrop dash referent. If it's gonna be raining, then this should be shinier. Let's pull the roughness down. There, now the ground looks more wet. And same with the sand. The sand needs to be a little bit shinier. Let's go to 50,000. Let's go to 100,000. I guess we can increase our motion blur. Ah, yeah. Let's change the direction of the clouds because the clouds right now are rolling to the west. We need them to roll to the east. Right now it's set to negative 0.1. Let's do positive 0.1 like that. And now they're gonna go this way. Yeah, that looks more correct. Everything's flowing that direction, right? I love this. So sick. We got so many effects plugged in now. Okay, what else can we do here? Got the swords, got these skulls. I'm thinking some other flags would be really cool that were like ripped apart. I think I'm almost done. Yeah. I think I'm done. I think I just need to add some cameras. And this is a really cool scene. Just gotta get cameras going, but that's it. This one's done. So I guess we'll just do some cameras tomorrow just to get like preliminary cameras. All right, I'm all done. So I'll talk to you guys soon.